interesting moment here. The White House refusing to admit if the Biden campaign communicated with Twitter about Hunter Biden's laptop during the 2020 election. Watch this.
Did anyone from the Biden team communicate to Twitter that this reporting stemmed from hacked materials?
I can't speak to decisions made by the campaign from here. Of course, it's up to these companies to make their own decision about the content on their platforms.
Joe Concha, the author of Come On Man, is live in studio, joins us now. Joe, your take on that dodge and the proverbial, we hide behind the campaign. We can't talk about campaign, church and state. We got to separate those two to avoid uncomfortable questions.
It's like, you ever do 8-minute dating back in your single days? I did, once. It didn't go well. It's always awkward to watch these press briefings with Jean-Pierre because her answers, if it's not in the binder, are always very unconvincing. We'll put it that way. Oh, the Hatch Act doesn't allow me to talk about this. We all know what happened.
She blamed the Hatch Act, Jean-Pierre.
Yeah, exactly. And Jen Psaki actually literally broke the Hatch Act, her predecessor, right? Look, we all know what happened here, right? Obviously, during the 2020 campaign, the Biden campaign is going to be in touch with the social media companies to make sure that they can control the narrative and make sure the narrative is what it is. The bottom line is, again, because I live in New Jersey and I have some liberal friends that I speak to from time to time, of course, yes. And they say, what does the president's son have to do with the way he's governing now? Like, why is this such a big deal? These are folks that don't watch the news very often. And I say, because if the big guy is Joe Biden, he got 10% of deals in China, Ukraine, and Russia. That means your president right now, the sitting president, may be compromised by places like China, and that could affect policy, particularly as it pertains to COVID and its origins, and that's why this is important.
Yeah, and the reason Jackie asked that question is because apparently in order to trigger Twitter's hacked materials policy, somebody had to complain. An official of some sort had to complain that the material was hacked to begin with. So who was that person? We don't know. And then you have that dodge from White House Press Secretary Jean-Pierre. And then also Twitter executives are now saying, well, wait a second, Twitter, the FBI was holding weekly meetings with us saying that there was going to be some sort of data dump in October having to do with Hunter Biden to begin with. And the FBI was pressuring Twitter executives apparently to change their hack materials policy. So is this really a social media story or is this an FBI story? What is the head of the snake?
It's all of the above, right? If we were doing multiple choice, is it an FBI story? Is it a political story? It's all of these things, and that's why we should care. The bottom line is that the Steele dossier had no problem getting on Twitter and being shared on Twitter. It wasn't verified whatsoever. And then suddenly Twitter has this whole policy around, well, we have to make sure we don't allow hacked materials or materials that may be disinformation on here.
Also, WikiLeaks is on Twitter as well. Total hack material.
Well done, Carly.
Meantime, there's this. You ready? House Ethics Committee. I said it right. Hardest thing to say in news.
House Ethics Committee.
They just announced they're investigating Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez for her Met Gala appearance. Remember, at the time, AOC defended the appearance as part of her, quote, responsibilities in overseeing our city's cultural institutions. As a New York Congresswoman, Ethics Committee made sure to mention the announcement of the probe.
Yes, we don't know if
quote, does not itself indicate that any violation has occurred or reflect any judgment on behalf of the committee or even relate to necessarily the dress, the visit
we don't
to the
know if
Met
it has
Gala.
to do with the Met Gala.
But taking this thing as a whole, assuming for argument's sake that it does, will this investigation force her to, let's say, reevaluate her hypocrisy, wearing a tax-the-rich dress to a gala where your ticket may or may not have been paid for by one of the biggest corporations in the world? Or, Joe, she can double down.
You could call it the ethics of the House Committee.
That's what I'm going to tell all the writers to change it to.
Yeah. That particular ticket that you speak of, how much was that?
$30K, Joe, $30K.
$30,000. So before taxes, you're talking about you'd have to make $50,000 just to attend this gala. And this is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who's supposed to be for the little guy and gal, and here she is not only attending a gala like this, but also perhaps it was paid for by the same folks that she's supposed to be investigating. I think we got some smoke here.
And that potentially lobbied. That's another aspect of this. Potentially lobbied her as a member of Congress.
That's right.
Or
By
it
the
could
way,
be something entirely different. We don't know yet.
You were trying to read a quote there, by the way, and Carly kept trying to interject.
I know, I got it.
She was just
kick
she had
him.
my back. She just had my back. Wanted to make sure we got the disclaimer in
God.
that it may or may not be about the
You're the
dress.
best.
She's covering because she's actually a lawyer.
You guys are like the Mary, Joni, and Chachi. Just great chemistry on
Joni
over
loves
around.
Chachi. What movie?
Dodgeball.
Oh boy.
I said
Thank
Dodge in the
you,
beginning.
Joe.
Thank you.
Todd, thank you as well.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Al.
Todd.
We appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Carly.
Santa.